Today, we shall listen to a story from the Kathasaritsagara. Literally translated from Sanskrit, Kathasaritsagara means the ocean of the streams of story. These collection of stories were compiled by Somadeva in the 11th century. This Sanskrit text is an immense collection of Indian folklore woven into a complex, interconnected frame. The Kathasaritsagara was adapted from an even older epic called Brihat Katha. Literally translated from Sanskrit, Brihat Katha means the great narrative. However, the Brihat Katha is lost to us, and the Kathasaritsagara mentions that it has obtained these stories from the Brihat Katha, and that is how we even know the existence of the Brihat Katha. Back to the Kathasaritsagara, this was written to entertain Queen Suryavati, and these stories focus heavily on human wit and resilience and how human effort can alter fate. Today, we shall listen to the story of the mouse merchant. In a wealthy city, there was a young man who sat on the dusty roadside. He had no money. His father had passed away, leaving him and his mother in extreme poverty. He felt depressed and defeated, and he felt like he had no future. At that time, a famous and wealthy royal merchant named Visakhila walked past. Seeing the young man weeping, Visakhila pointed at a dead mouse that was lying nearby on the street. A man with true focus and enterprise could even pick up that dead mouse and start a business with it and eventually earn a fortune. Visakhila had come to the market with few of his friends. The others laughed it off, but our young man did not do so. He looked at the dead mouse and he suddenly found a challenge. The young man walked to the local tavern with the mouse. There he found a cat owner who needed food for his pet. When the young man gave the dead mouse to the cat owner gave the young man a handful of roasted gram in return. The young man did not eat the gram. He ground it into a refreshing powder and mixed it with cool water and went to the edge of the forest the next day. He politely offered the cool drinks to the tired woodcutters returning from the hard day's work. In gratitude, every woodcutter gave the young man 2 pieces of firewood. The young man sold some of the firewood in the city market, and he brought some more gram and molasses. He did this daily and soon collected a large quantity of firewood. That was when a massive storm hit the city. The storm blew countless branches into the royal gardens. The king's gardener could not clean up the royal gardens, and the king was expected to come to the garden. And so the gardener was very stressed. The young man offered to clear the garden for free if he could keep all the wood. The gardener obviously agreed to this. So then the young man used sweet snacks and hired a group of young children who helped him bundle the wood and take it to his place in an hour. The royal gardener got what he had wanted, and so did the young man. After this, the young man sold the massive stockpile of wood to the king's potter at a premium price. With this capital, the young man opened a small shop and he bought goods wholesale and traded wisely with traveling horse traders, and eventually he went on to become one of the most prominent merchants in the empire. Years later, this young man came to be known as Chuadatta. He made a solid gold mouse and encrusted it with precious jewels and presented it as a gift to Visakhila, thanking him for the loan that built Chuadatta's entire empire. In Sanskrit, there is a subhashita, that is a wise saying. Udyoginam purusha simha pu paiti lakshmiha devina devimita kal purusha vadanti. This means that prosperity and abundance naturally seek out the person who is industrious and acts like a lion. It is only the weak-minded who sit back and say, whatever fate gives me, I will accept. I hope you enjoyed this story.